everyone, it's Nancy, and today we're going to work a little bit in the Spellbound journal. And I wanted to show you what I did in the beginning here. I had printed out, and there's this is a freebie if you want to use any of this. It should be in the Google document listed below. You can grab this if you want, or use some of it, whatever you want to do. But I had printed it on some hand-dyed paper, and then I used like a broom, the cat, the moon, some bats hat. I wanted to put that in the front. I was hemming and hawing if I did, but I really did want to put it in there in the beginning, just to kind of read about the witches of Spellbound, Spellbound, the coven of witches that lived there. And I wanted that in the front, I think. So I just wanted to show you that I did that. It looks good on the orange, the hand-dyed orange. And so I wanted to do that. So this is the first folder and the first signature. There's 3 signatures. And these folders were dyed by Jacqueline at Lovely's Crafty Lodge. I always have Jacqueline listed below. She's the gal that has the live sales on Fridays. And she's a YouTube channel. So the information is below. So she has live sales on her YouTube channel. So the first thing I wanted to do here is I want to start adding some of my witches. So I thought, well, I have to start with Lucinda. Lucinda is the high priestess. She's the head of the coven. And I just love how this looks back here. It's just so cool. I love it. So I don't know. I got this TIm Holtz layering stencil. It's called Script, THS149 Script. And I thought maybe I could, excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Thank you. I think it's the inks and everything around here. I was thinking of trying to use this brand new. Obviously, I didn't get it. Oh, look at that. Always use the packaging. This will make a great tag. But anyway, I thought maybe I could just put a little bit behind in here in this light area with my, I could use black or brown because we're going to have a little black and brown in here. I don't know. I have all these options of colors to use, right? And I just want to do it haphazardly. I don't want to like put a lot on there, just because I just love how this looks back here. All right, I'm going to do some black. So I am going to take my black ink. I have it next to me here. And I'm just kind of haphazardly gonna put some in here. Not going, let's see how it looks. Just for some, yeah, see, just very lightly. Oops. Really doesn't matter if I moved it or not. Yeah, see, it just adds a little something to it. And I'll just put some over here. Like that. And then she's going to be here. See, I'll cover that word up that was on the folder like that. And I kind of like how this looks over here. So I'll just put a little bit over here like that. And see, just by adding that little bit, really kind of did something there. So I like that. I'm going to put that to the side. So I was trying to think of what I wanted to do. And for the witches, because I want them all to be in there. And I want to like give them each a page. Well, you know, I think Raven and Morgana will have one page, maybe 2. I don't know. Excuse me. Always happens when I make a video. I have to sneeze, I have to cough, whatever. Okay, so anyway, that little bit of stuff just added something. So my idea was I wanted each witch more or less to have their own page to kind of showcase them and things about them or something to that effect. That was the idea in my head. So I want to do her first. I want to glue her to the page. And then I was thinking, well, I need to be interactive. I can't just glue stuff down and be done with it. I want a pocket. I want tags. I want stuff, you know. So what I was thinking is making like a diagonal pocket out of some of the hand-dyed paper. And so I thought, yeah, that would be good to put a pocket here and stuff it with stuff, you know. So that's what I want to do. So the size I came up with is I cut a 5.5 inch square. Okay, that's what I did. Now I cut now this is because this end's folded and this one's not done. But what I did was I cut a 5.5 inch square, cut it straight down the middle, and I just folded in like a 1/2 inch on each side, trimmed it down, cut this off, and that. So now I have 2 pockets. I can have 2 here, and I use some hand-dyed paper, which looks really cool. So that's kind of what I decided to do to make this pocket. So I folded one end in, and then the other end in, and then I inked it a little bit all around, and I'm going to glue it here onto here, and then decorate it. Make sure I'm in frame. Decorated, and then this way I can stuff a tag and other goodies in here to represent her. Okay, that's the deal. So and I thought that was a good size, and then with the flaps, you know, the gussets, you can fit quite a bit in here. So I decided I wanted to put it like there, and I might have some dangles or something coming off this here, but that'll be at the end when we fine-tune things. So I want the pocket to go there, but I want her to go here. So I think I'm gonna have to glue her down first, like that. So I guess that's what I need to do, is glue her down. Now I told you I was gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use, I know I put paper on the back because I wasn't sure if I was gonna leave her free floating or I was going to use her as a tag, but I decided no, I'm going to glue her down. So I guess I'm going to use my fabric tack just because I still haven't filled my glue bottle yet, and I don't want to wait forever to get glue out. So I'm going to use this today. Her hat's thick and her body is thick, so it'll be fine. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I don't want to put too much because I don't want it oozing out, which it probably will because I can get sloppy that way. So soon, like in the next day or so, I don't know if Amy had mentioned it yet, but she had come out with a new kit, a few new kits actually, but a new kit called Witches, and had asked, I think she asked Mitzi, Linda, and me, maybe Carol too, if she had time, to see if we could, you know, if we wouldn't mind making something and making a video or so too while she's gone on vacation. Okay, where'd my, oh, there it is. Okay. And I said, oh, well, yeah, of course. Why not, right? I didn't see it when I said yes. I said yes, but I didn't even see it. But that's okay because I love all the kits Amy makes. So I have a small list of projects that I'm hoping to show you in the next few months that we want to make. And you know, I can't keep making journals all the time, although I love making journals, but I think it's more fun now to take a break and make some quicker projects, right? Some smaller, quicker projects. So if you happen to go to Amy's shop and see, I'm pretty sure it's called Witchy. I don't know what happened here. I got a little white there, but that's okay. Okay. So let me get Lucinda down here. Make sure she's all stuck down real good. She should be with the fabric tack glue. So she is the head of the coven. She's the high priestess. So now what I can do, because I know this will overlap her a little bit, is I want to glue this down here. About here. Not all the way to the bottom, but kind of right about there. So I'm going to do that. I might as well just keep using this for now. And I just love this dyed paper. This is also from Jacqueline. So I don't know if she'll be on this Friday, but if you look on YouTube, Lovely's Crafting Lodge, subscribe to her, you will always get notified of her upcoming sale, which usually is on Fridays afternoons, and she can run her sale 2, 3, 4 hours. So, you know, not that you have to, you know, stay all that time, but usually she kind of tells you what she's got, you know, what she made for the week, what she's doing. And if you request, you send her a message on her YouTube. Tell her you're looking for some Halloween inspired papers and folders and envelopes, anything Halloween. She'll know exactly what you're talking about because she makes it. And that's where most of my things have come from here. So, and she's her own business. It's just her, this is what she loves to do. So that would be nice if you could help her out. Okay, so got the pocket down. Okay, good. So my idea was to make a tag and just stuff whatever else we can stuff in it. Now, the other thing I was thinking about too is her name, like all their names. Like, I don't want to forget one date. Was this Lucinda? Who was this? So I'm trying to think of a way to incorporate her name on the page. I don't want to like print it out on my label maker. What I could do, I think, is, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I have what do you call it? An alphabet stamp, I think. Oh my gosh, I think I do. I think I have an alphabet stamp somewhere. I know I have one. So I was thinking I could probably just kind of stamp it out. Now I was looking for it and I don't see it, but I know I have one here. And it's small letters. I was just thinking that I need to stamp their names on there. I will find it. I'll have to do it after because I can't see it right now. Anyway, I would probably, they're small letters, I think, so I could just kind of anywhere stamp it where you'd see it, just so it's there, but it's not in your face there. Okay. All right. So what I want to do is decorate the pocket here. I already inked it. It's on. And I have a few pumpkins. This is from the Collage Soup book. I think it was from the Hex Appeal. I'm pretty sure it's from Hex Appeal. Or it could be from the orange one, but yeah, I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, I cut a whole bunch out. It's either from Hex Appeal or, yeah, I will list it below. We'll figure it out. So I kind of inked around it in orange and maybe a little bit of brown now. I like it because it's so natural looking, these pumpkins. They're kind of neat looking. So I wanted to put one there like that, and it kind of goes with the colors. And then I have a piece of TIm Holtz, or no, I don't know. This is not TIm Holtz ephemera. This was one of Tracy Fox's when she did her Creep on June last year, which I'm still working on. I didn't even buy this year's. I could not do that when I didn't even finish the 24. And I'm going to finish 24. I'm just going to work on it at my own pace. Probably, I don't know if I'll even get it done this year. It'll be 2026 when I get it done, probably. But I will finish it because I bought it, and I have everything ready and cut, and I'm just trying to work on it. So I think this is what this from. So I thought this might look good there, sticking out there. And then I have a TIm Holtz book, and I just inked it, and my goal was to just kind of glue it the back only here, leave this free, and I could write a little spell in there or a little something in there. So I was going to put that there, and this here, and then this is a TIm Holtz moth that I was going to put maybe like that. Okay, so that's my idea, so I might as well get this down first. Let's see, I still have some glue in here. I'm going to try to get this on. Okay, so I'm just having fun with trying to think. I mean, I have a few other page ideas, not just the witches. There's got to be some ghosts. I told you last time that the ghosts kind of float through the town, and you'll see them peeking in the windows once in a while, so we're going to have that. We still have to do Raven and Morgana, the Dark Witches. We have to definitely give them their own page or two. So we have that to do yet. And whatever else, yeah, I might have a few more ideas written down, but it's going to be stuffed. It's going to be pretty stuffed. And I'm okay with that. Okay, so I'm going to get this here. Okay, and then this one, I already inked it, so I don't know what side I like better. I guess I should just go with this side here. So I'm just going to glue the back on so it can be free, and then I can add a little, print a little something in there to go in there. So I'm just going to push that down there, hold that for a second, and then I want to make a tag. Oh, I forgot this little moth guy. Hold on, I gotta get him on. I'm trying to just get all this glue out as much as I can before I put fresh glue. I don't want to put fresh glue on top of glue that's been in here for a long time. I think that's what I'm holding on to here. Okay, so there's that. I like that. That looks good. Okay, so now let me see if I can move this without knocking the camera. Here, make some room here. Okay, so I have a tag. Close this up. This tag here is from Jacqueline as well. And they are so organic, which I absolutely love. So I kind of inked around it already. I trimmed my little corners. And I have some dyed seam binding that kind of goes with the, it'll pull out the pumpkin. So I want to put that on in here. But what I wanted to do was, I have this tree, silhouette of a creepy looking tree. It's so thin that the branches are so, this is just something I cut with my Cricut machine, but you can, I think Amy has some from that she cut from her laser machine. So I'm going to attempt to glue this on the best I can. And I have a little TIm Holtz piece here, Wicked, which I wanted to put down here. And then I have a couple of my TIm Holtz bats cut out. And then I just made myself, out of the file folder, I drew a moon and then I cut it out with my X-Acto knife, and that's my stencil. I use this as a stencil, as you could see, and I thought it would look really good here. So I think I'm gonna first stencil my moon about where I want it. So probably here. And I think I'm gonna do brown. I'm gonna do vintage photo and then add a little of the orange maybe to it. So let's see how that's gonna work. So I'm gonna hold it down. So make your own templates if you don't have anything. If it's a simple shape, I mean, do your own template like this and it'll last you for a while. It won't fall apart if you make it out of like manila folder or something, it's a little thicker to that effect. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can hit it with some orange just to give it some color in there. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I like it. I wanted to put, I know the moon's not brown, but it looks good on here. So that's my moon, and it measures like an 1 3/4 by 1 1/4. I just cut it to the size I thought I wanted. That's all. So I've got that. I'm gonna ink this up with brown and then black. Maybe I'll even get it crunched up. Yeah, I could do that too. Okay. Kind of give it that aged look, right? So it's old looking, because otherwise it's too new looking. Too new. So I'll give it some black. Okay. So I want to glue that down here, so I could do that. And this is a little thicker because it is a TIm Holtz piece, so I'll just use my fabric tack for this. Okay, and I'm going to put that right here, like that. That looks fine. Okay, now the trick is that tree is going to be, that tree is going to be kind of rough to get on there with this. So I'm going to do my best. I don't know what to do with these curlies. I might have to really do an operation later on them to make them stick down. But I'm not going to use my fabric tack. I'm going to use my wet glue to kind of go on, and fast forward if you need to, because this is going to take me just a minute to get enough glue on here to get this on. So you can make your own tags. You can, cut your own tags if you have the TIm Holtz, any of his distress sprays or his anything. You can just make your own tags that are colored if you don't have any from, that you have on hand. But I like them because they're very kind of organic looking to me, and they're not, perfect, and they're just they're colored the way they're colored. You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit, as TIm Holtz says, right? So I'm embracing the very imperfection, but I like it. I like the look, especially for Halloween. I do like it. So I'm just trying to get it on. I'm not going to worry about these curly areas. I will have to work on that again myself off camera, because I will take my time with that to fix those, but I will get it on enough that you will see what it looks like. Okay. And you know what? If you don't have any kind of like a tree like this, just freehand cut it out of black cardstock. I mean, it's so generic looking that you can cut it. Anybody can cut that. We can do it. We can definitely do it. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here, right about here. Let's see if I can get that on the best I can for now. And like I said, I'll cut some of this off. I'll work on this, but I've got most of it down. So that looks fine to me. Okay, I will fix that later. In the meantime, I want to put some bats. So I want to put that one there, and I'm going to put this one here. And to me, it's very cool. I like it. Maybe I need to put it this way. I think it looks nice. And I didn't want I want as much interaction that I can get on pages if I can, you know. I want to, I don't want to just look, you know, I want things you can pull out and use and look at and put back in and stuff like that. I just don't want to look at it and turn the page, look at it, turn the page, you know. That's kind of my goal. So, and I got a few things I can put in the pocket for now, but you know, it's never done, because sometimes I might find something and say, oh, that's for Lucinda, that's perfect. I think I'm going to put it up here. Yeah, that looks good. I like it. Wicked. Wicked. Let's see if I can get that on. I can cut the rest of that off. Okay, I'm fixing it now. See, it's not even taking me that long. I'm gonna cut the rest off here. Okay, let's do that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so that's my tag. Kind of simple, but I love it. And then I want to use this to, I never would know which way I want to, I think go from the back. And see, the back is cool for writing. You could use a white gel pen, you could use a black marker. Black would be good, white gel pen. There we go. And this hand-dyed sari is the perfect color. See how it picks up? It picks up here. So I'm loving that. So that goes there. And then also I wanted to fill it. So this is just Come Gather for a Spell. This is from that Green Witch scrapbook paper from Michael's that I got a few years ago. I don't, you know, they change it every year. So, but I thought this would be good to, and the copper, the shiny copper picks up in here. So I would put that here, kind of arrange it like that. Okay, and then from the Witchy Polaroid shots, oh, I definitely want to put something down here. Don't know what though. I'll have to think. Let me see if I have anything that I could put there. You know, I didn't think of that, but I have all my little pieces out here in little containers. Sometimes you just find something to stick on there. Oh, maybe some music or book page. I don't know. I love that. I don't know what, it's like a, I don't know what that is, but I like it. That looks nice too. And you know, like I said, I didn't want to cover up the folder. I love how they turned out, but just adding that little bit of background to it, really, that's what it needed, I think. So I was happy with that. I got that from scrapbook.com, that stencil, but you could get it wherever wherever you buy your things from. Oh, you know what I should do? I like that. Let me get some of my dyed paper here. My dyed book page, maybe. Some of this. A piece of that would be nice. Let's see if that'll work. Okay, so if I did that, put that there, and then maybe put some of this here. Just something to dress it up, right? Okay. I need a glue book. Let's see. Glue book. Okay, and I'm going to use my glue stick, the one that's just about done. Let's see if I can get enough out of there. Okay. Oh, wow. I guess that's done, huh? Okay. Let's put some of that there. Yeah, I like that. And then I will put this on because this is thicker. Okay. Put that down here like that, layered up. Just by layering some papers up, it kind of just is good that way. Don't know if I have anything else in here that I'm looking for. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, here's a little, I have a little witch hat. No, don't like that either. This says Fright Night on it. That's kind of cool. Maybe I'll just put that on there for the heck of it. I think I have a spooky word rubber stamps from TIm Holtz. I have to find those and dig them out. I told you I had my two grandsons carry some of all of my whatever Halloween crafting bins I wanted. They carried them up for me from the basement, so kind of have to reset my table here. But anyway, so there, just by adding a few things, it looks nice. So that's going to go in here, like so. That goes in there. And then I have the cat face one. So what could I put down there? Let's see. I have some of Amy's old what do you call it? Old Halloween stuff. That's what she calls it, I think. I think that's what she called it. October. I could do October maybe, or 31 would be nice. Oh, that's too big. Too big. That's still too big. Okay, that's not working. Let's see if there's something. I might have had something in here. I gotta go through this just to familiarize myself with what's in here, you know, because I haven't looked at it since last season. So nope, don't like that. It's too big. Yeah, okay. Let's see what else I can do here. These are the bigger pieces, maybe. I have this. This is a label from one of Amy's kits. I forget now which one it is. Okay. Oh, here's a small 31 here. Yeah, maybe I could do that one with a piece of the orange book page. Here's a strip here. Let's see what I can do here. I could do that. Ooh, yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? Okay, let me get that on. I know I'm trying to get as much as I can out of here. Can you tell? I know I could dig it out too. Okay, so I'm going to do that. there. Maybe up a little bit more. There we go. And then this, let me just give it some black around the white edge here. Okay. And this I will put on with my glue. So this pocket with the gusset like that, we can fit even more stuff in there. When I find something that reminds me of Lucinda, I'm going to put it here. I'm going to stuff it in the pocket. So, and then we can journal on the backs of these. So I'll put this one here like that, so cat eye is looking out. And then these are those witchy tea cards that can be for journaling. So I said, oh, that one looks like Lucinda's blend there, so I like that, so I'm going to stick that in there. So all these are like journaling cards, right? So I'm just kind of stacking them up so I can kind of see them peeking out if I can. Okay, kind of stagger them, like, you know what I mean? Stagger them so you can see there's layers and layers of stuff. And then of course she needs her broom, so she needs a broom in there. So I'm going to put her broom in there and her witch hat. I'm going to put a witch hat in there, so I'm going to kind of put that right maybe here, so you can kind of see there's a hat in there. All right, so I'm loving it. I can't say that it's 100% done, but I do love the concept of it, of this page. Let me bring it over here. I do love the concept of her, and like I said, I might just stamp her name here, like around here, in small letters. That's my idea. I need to have their names there because I don't want to forget who they are. I mean, I'll probably remember, but I don't want to take my chances. And then this way, if somebody else is looking through it, you know, they'll be able to say, oh, Lucinda, and then they can always say, oh, what was her thing? Oh yeah, she's High Priestess. Lucinda is the oldest witch, the head of the coven, and the most powerful of the coven. So you can put a little something here, journaling cards here, journaling, her broom, her hat, cute pocket, and I'm very happy with it. So, all right, so we've got the first witch done here, and so far so good. And then I will get her name on, and then I hope I gave you some ideas here. And yeah, I guess the first one is done. So I hope you enjoyed that, friends. Thanks so much for hanging with me, and then I'll see you in the next video. Take care now. Bye.